Welcome back to English Unfiltered, the podcast where we explore real conversations in English. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jamie. And today we're diving into, well, a pretty confusing part of American culture, honestly.
Yeah, we are looking at the hidden social rules of American English. The stuff that textbooks, totally ignore.
Right, because if you've ever stared at your phone, just like wondering why that American who swore you two had to get coffee hasn't texted you back, well, you definitely aren't alone.
Exactly. And more importantly, you didn't do anything wrong. Our mission today is to unpack why American friendliness can sometimes feel like almost like a broken promise, I guess.
Yeah, it's a massive point of cultural friction. And to understand the mechanics of this, this American politeness, we really just need to look at one specific, incredibly common phrase.
Okay, lay it on me.
It's the classic, "we should hang out sometime."
Oh, man. Yeah, that one causes so much trouble. Because, a non-native speaker hears, "we should hang out," and they interpret it literally, right?
Right, they think, great, a new friend, let's check our calendars.
Yeah, exactly. But the reality is, there's usually zero commitment attached to that phrase. It's just it's not a real invitation.
No, it's really not. Instead of like a binding contract, think of it as a social lubricant. In American culture, which is, historically a very mobile, transient society, people needed a quick, low-stakes way to establish goodwill.
Right, without getting, completely entangled in a new commitment.
Exactly. Saying, "we should hang out," basically just signals, hey, I see you, you're safe, we have a positive vibe. It rarely actually means I want to schedule an activity with you tomorrow.
Wait, hold on, though. If you know there's no follow-through expected, isn't that lying? Like, why would an entire culture normalize saying things they explicitly do not mean?
I get why it feels that way, but it only feels like lying if you're evaluating it as a factual statement. In reality, it's an emotional one.
An emotional one.
Yeah, it's what we call emotional politeness. It's the conversational equivalent of a warm smile. In cultures where relationships take years to build, an invitation is a serious investment.
Right, yeah.
But in the US, it's often just a way to gracefully exit an interaction and, maintain surface level harmony without making anyone feel rejected.
So wait, saying we should hang out is actually just the American way of saying a really warm goodbye, rather than a true hello to a new relationship.
That is a perfect way to put it. It is a friendly sign-off, plain and simple, and recognizing that distinction is super crucial.
Because treating a conversational exit strategy like it's a concrete plan, well, that's exactly where the emotional fallout happens, right?
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just hang out, there are so many of these phrases like, "we should grab coffee," or "let's do this again."
Oh, or "come visit sometime." If someone tells me to come visit, I'm mentally pricing out plane tickets.
Right. But in American English, that often carries the exact same zero obligation weight, and this fallout hits really hard in high-stakes environments.
Like dating or networking events, right? Or even just being a new student on a college campus.
Exactly. Because friendliness naturally creates obligation in a lot of other cultures. They assume that, social warmth basically guarantees future action.
Yeah. So when the American just goes on with their life, the non-native speaker feels deeply rejected, or like ghosted almost.
Yeah, ghosted is the perfect word for how it feels to them. But the native speaker would probably be totally shocked to learn they caused any hurt at all.
Right, because to the American, they were just trying to project like casual, low-pressure friendliness. They were just trying to be nice.
Exactly. They assume you understand the hidden rule. So when that expectation doesn't match up, you just get a really frustrated listener wondering what on earth they did wrong.
Understanding this completely flips the script, honestly.
Yeah.
You stop feeling ignored and start recognizing it almost like a customer service voice applied to casual life.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. It's just a polite, frictionless way to end a chat without making anyone feel rejected in the moment.
And realizing that removes the sting of disappointment completely. You can appreciate the warmth in the moment without carrying the burden of expectation.
It saves you so much unnecessary frustration when navigating everyday American networking and socializing.
For sure. But before we wrap up today, we have a provocative thought for you to mull over. Think about your own native language.
Yeah, do you have common phrases that sound like concrete promises to outsiders, but to you they're actually just polite conversation enders?
It's always fascinating to see how our own invisible scripts look from the outside.
Definitely. Something to keep in mind next time you're wrapping up a chat.
We'll keep questioning the words behind the words, and we'll see you on the next episode of English Unfiltered.